Hey everybody. So since I spoke to you, things have changed dramatically in my business. So I'm going to tell you how I make money selling low content books, but digital products in general. We're going to be going over a lot of that in my channel now because there is so much money to be made out there. Listen, I teach people how to build their digital businesses. So if that interests you, please like, subscribe, and share with a friend. Let's get started. Okay, I have my notes right here. I always do. How I got started with selling low content books, and we're going to get into exactly not only the low content books that I sell, but also I'm going to give you some genres or some niches rather that you can look into for your own businesses. But I started actually because I wanted to help people write, publish, and market their books. And so I had an online course or a class that I used to host for my website. And we would be on the phone and things like that. But I noticed that sometimes people weren't able to retain the information, the tools, and the resources that I provided for them. So fast forward like a year later, I came up with, number one, taking my business, which is helping authors build through the Elite Writers Academy. I took it off my personal website and put it on its own website. That was the first thing I did. But then I also started using video aspects with my courses, but also planners. And literally all I was trying to do was help people to be able to see and actually write in the journal their ideas in a guided format. And it took off. I'm talking about thousands of dollars every month from my planners alone. So I said, there's something to be had here that I wasn't even thinking about. So I went deeper and looked at some areas that writers have some issues and need a little bit more guidance. And so I started creating planners. One of my very most popular planners is my page by page book planner, which to this day is my #1 seller. And literally it gives guidance per day on how to write your book. I follow that up with some publishing marketing journals. And in these journals, I teach you where to upload your book to make sure that you're getting sales. So I just kept doing planners in various formats. And it was the best thing that I could have done. So I'm going to give you 3 tips, and then we're going to get into some niches that you can look into right now where you can be successful. Don't say to yourself, I may be a writer, or even if you just look at me because you are one of my twisted babies and you like my books. You'll be surprised what you are able to monetize in terms of your skills if you got focused. Okay, so step 1, determine a niche. For me, it was very important for me to help writers build their book businesses. Okay, so that was my focus. So I'm a writer's coach, and I'm also your favorite writer's favorite writer. And so I wanted to go deeper into getting guidance or giving guidance rather to people who are writing their books. So that's my niche. But it doesn't have to be your niche. And we're going to get into some different things. But if you are, for instance, really good with helping people cook, you can do workbooks, teaching people how to cook or working out. Don't think just because you have to put a couple pictures in it that it won't work. So think of what it is that you do well. There are a lot of people right now who homeschool their children. Whatever your thing is, even if you don't know all the information in the world that needs to be known for that specific topic, you still will know more than a lot of people who are just starting out, okay? Number 2, create a website. I mentioned earlier that when I had it on my own website, and by it, I mean the actual resource to help writers, it didn't feel like a business to me. When it started growing, I realized I needed more. So then I went and developed a whole new website and a business, the Elite Writers Academy. And from that, I started doing my memberships as well as my courses and planners. So create a website. You're going to definitely want to do this because a website will act as a home, not just for you as the expert in your field, but also as a home for your journals. Not everything has to be on Amazon. I think a lot of business people or people who are into creating content online, they think that, you want to be able to get some of that money right away into your pocket as opposed to waiting. Number 3, you have to research. Now, I'm not going to go into a lot of details, but I have something here that I want to tell you. If you want a resource that is free, going over what I'm talking about today, please follow the link and I will give you all of this for free. Okay. But the research, when you're researching, there are a couple of things that you can do to research your niche, because you want to make sure that somebody is interested in the thing that you have. It's even better if you already have a following. Say you are really passionate about dogs and training them and things like that, and you already have a website, not a website, but an Instagram following or a TikTok following. If you already have that following, then you are already miles ahead of other people who may be just starting. But if you don't know and you're trying to think, will somebody buy this? Is somebody interested? You're going to have to do some research. And one of the easiest ways to do research is by going to Google. So for instance, how to dogs, and just put that in. And then look at what comes up. You'll be surprised at the things that people are asking, specifically when you use the words how to for your niche. And based off of that, you can do a number of things like journals, workbooks, and so forth and so on. So now let me give you some ideas. And again, I'm looking at my notes on some things that you can do to develop low content books. And I'm going to be honest. If your focus is just on Amazon, you're going to have to print or create lots, in some cases hundreds, unless you really do something that's really unique. My planners are generally more expensive because of the guidance I provide, but there are some people who just do journals and notebooks, line journals, line notebooks, and they do well, but they often are doing well because of their covers, and they have to do a lot. So you want to make sure you remember that. Don't think that this is going to be an overnight success. If you are doing it just on Amazon, you're going to want to put some work in. But some ideas for low content books, period, are journals, line journals, blank journals, dot grid journals. You'll see them. I don't know if you have GoodNotes. GoodNotes is my favorite, but the paper is dotted, and I prefer to write like that because sometimes lines intimidate me or it's too messy, does something to my psyche. But dot grid journals are really popular, as well as manuscript paper, Guitar tablature notebooks. I actually created on Amazon some notebook journals for music, and it shocked me that people were interested in buying that. Writing prompt notebooks, where you actually provide prompts and then people would respond to those. Drawing prompt notebooks, school agenda notebooks, planners from January to December, monthly, weekly, undated. Sometimes people don't really want you to put the date based on a year because they may get the journal late. For instance, let's say if you are doing an undated calendar planner and you got 2022, but I grabbed it in 2023, if that year was here, then I'm not going to be able to use your planner. But if it's undated, I can go in and fill it out myself. So undated are good. Logbooks are really amazing for this business because people continuously need logbooks. So food logs, exercise logs, meditation logs. There are logbooks for people who are truckers. Logbooks are endless. Do a search for logbooks on Google and you'll see what I'm talking about. Coloring books, adult coloring books. Adults love to color. I know I color by downloading my own sheets, and I'll just pull it up in Procreate and have a day at it. But people love coloring. Activity books and puzzle books. If you're a part of the Elite Writer Squad, we actually go over these things, and my business is going to be changing up a little bit. I have another name, another website, because digital has impacted me so hard that my focus is now not only just books, but LCP content, low content books, courses, all of it, so that'll be my focus. And I'm going to teach people who are a part of that. If you're a member of the Elite Writer Squad, you already get part of that. How to create adult coloring books, maze books, Sudoku, word searches, tic-tac-toe games. And there are literally hundreds of software to do these things. So you don't have to do these things on your own. In other words, you don't have to create a Sudoku page on your own. There are different websites that can help you with that. Kids learning books, math books. I got me some handwriting books that are out there, guys. I was so excited. I got into this when I saw all the money and how many people I could help. I was like, oh my God. So I got me some handwriting books out there. Recipe books and guest books. Again, if you want this list, let me know. I'm going to send it to you in a link, and I hope that this will help you. What I want you to know is if you are a writer and you are waiting on the royalties, low content book publishing may be the thing for you. So I hope this helps. Please make sure you subscribe and like, and comment with an emoji. Let me know that you're at least listening to me. That way, I know you're feeling me and that you want more of this content. All right. Love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.